Yes, I've hit the button. We are streaming. It's been a day. Are we ready to quest?
Yeah.
It's gonna get cold.
It's going to be less questing and more cutscene after cutscene.
It's gonna get cold. Are you sure that's what you want to go to Ilsebard in?
I think so.
You think so?
Yes.
Are you absolutely sure? Because I'm kind of toasty here in my nice warm jacket that Tataru made for us.
That I think so.
That isn't like this weird abomination from her cosplay folder. I mean, her stuff isn't bad. It's just so incongruous to the rest of the world, you know? It explains Minfilia's outfit with the butt window entirely too well.
Yeah, I sense cutscene ahead.
You think? Are you ready, Tataru?
A frosty reception. Yeah, that looks cold. Tataru is desperately trying to retain her composure as she prepares to see you off on another perilous journey.
I'm told the airship pilot has been sent to meet you. Ah, there he is. Yep, he's right behind us. All right, this is where we go our separate ways. Do be careful, won't you? Okay, Mr. Airship Pilot. Oh dear.
Oh no. Do we need to departy?
I think we need to departy. Could you departy out
before we get a half hour in and then get bounced out?
Yeah. Could you, thank you. I'd already clicked on him, so...
It's an honor to finally meet you. We of the Garland Iron Works will be ferrying you and your contingent across the mountains and into Garlemald. For many of us, it will be something of a homecoming. Our illustrious founder was only our most notable Imperial defector. For that reason, the company is committed to the success of this expedition. Our resources are at your disposal, and if there is aught we might do to be of further assistance, please do not hesitate to ask. If you're ready to depart, I will ready the engines.
Upon boarding the airship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Oh boy, that's the danger message.
Yeah,
That's an understatement.
It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Could you, define how much sufficient time is?
It probably varies.
In addition, you will be required to participate in battle. Your progress will be saved at certain points. In the event that you are defeated, you will be able to try again for the most recent of these. Please note that if you enter battles associated with other quests or log out from the game, this progress will be lost.
Zoom?
Duty calls.
Are you sure you don't want a warmer jacket?
It sounds like I'll be staying fairly active. Either that or I'll get to stand there slowly turning into an icicle as we go through the story from someone else's point of view.
Oh boy, we get the map troubled.
Divided in twain by a vast mountain range. Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly?
Ooh, it's one of the bigger airships.
Of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius.
But it'd have to be.
The winds howl in icy protest, as if to warn against further trespass.
Oh god, husbando's in the stupid gunny sack again.
We've received word from Thancred's reconnaissance party.
No, that's not his original outfit.
Heavily armed Imperials.
And that was the gunny sack.
No, that outfit was what he was wearing during the entire Warrior of Darkness in post-Heaven's Sword content.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps? Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they're led by Vergilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number. However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
From what I recall, the 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus's death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
Indeed. In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War. Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
Then it is all but certain they have been tempered.
So, what's the plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald, the very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
How so? Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment? Not impossible, but easier said than done in the heat of battle.
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments, and once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into 2 groups. The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies. As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you
Certainly
deem
dressed a
needed
lot more
most.
warmly than Izumi Yan.
I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
Meanwhile, at the Imperial Supply Depot.
Your proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible.
Stoner always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks. All right. Once more for my peace of mind.
Tankred's outfit is
Our
interesting.
first objective will be to rig the enemy's magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely. Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand. The blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow.
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, that jacket's actually the first one you can get in Bosja. It's actually an interesting set. It's just not quite our characters. Oh god! Okay, what do we got there? That would be the combo. That's my damage mitigation.
So we're doing this as Tankred?
Yes.
I'm still...
Okay, let's play a stealth game and a non-stealth game.
Okay, that would be a stealth.
Okay, combo...
That would effectively be an execute or a trick attack. And that would be throw bomb.
And anti-dog.
Yeah. First off, Rossic says nothing. Lentitier, resistance fire, Okay.
Not very talkative. Maxima?
Just a second. The problem is they don't let you... Actually... Yeah, they don't let you change your keybinds. And of course, my homing is not 1, 2, 3, it's 4, 5, 6. So this makes it a little miserable on me.
And you still do better in these than I do.
Hush you. Okay.
Assuming
Why is he the neurotic?
Neoteric. I thought neurotic at first too, but actually no, that's not the right spelling for it.
Okay, I'll take neoteric.
Assuming there's nothing else you wish to confirm, we may commence the mission as soon as you're ready. Do we want to learn about the mission exclusive actions?
Yeah, sure.
Do our homework. Hinges on the following points. Swift Deception renders Tankred invisible and increases his movement speed. Oh, he gets faster! While active, enemy soldiers and Magitech will be unable to perceive Tankred's presence even if they are within close proximity. However, it has no effect on the guard's dog's acute sense of smell, and they will be able to detect Tankred regardless. Moreover, this action can only be used outside of combat. It will also be unavailable when Tankred attempts to deactivate Magitech fields or execute certain other actions.
Good to know.
Silent Takedown will instantly render a soldier unconscious. It can only be used while Swift Deception is in effect. Though it cannot be used on Magitech or guard dogs, utilizing Silent Takedown whenever possible is essential in clearing a path to your objectives. As guard dogs can detect Tankred even when Swift Detection is active, you can instead use a bewilderment bomb to distract them and sneak past unnoticed. Conversely, bewilderment bombs have no effect on Magitech or soldiers, so take care to choose the right tool for the situation.
Well, they're definitely mixing it up.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and check the, go over finer details of the plan.
In the coming battle, you will fight as Thancred. You have two objectives. 1. Place explosives on the Imperial Magitech. 2. Deactivate the frontline Magitech units via the control terminal. If the guards detect and pursue you, enemy forces will become more aware of the threat you pose as indicated by the threat awareness gauge. The gauge will gradually fill until you defeat all alerted enemies. If the gauge is completely filled, the guards will call for reinforcements and the mission will end in failure.
Oh boy!
Use swift deception to avoid detection as you go about completing your objectives.
Challenge accepted.
Are
we ready?
No. But going anyway. Okay, they go off that way.
It's done.
But that's
only have
not
one
where
shot
I
at
go.
this,
Okay,
so
now
let's
the
make
wall
it count.
is down. And 3. 2 on the gate could get messy if I'm not careful. Thank you. Oh, that's not good. That doesn't last very long. The question is, where the heck am I going? I'm guarding the controls. Which controls? Okay, I see. Didn't want to do what I needed it to do. Okay, so that range is small.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Damn, spotted. What? Silent Takedown keeps not working. Or refusing to go off, really.
This is Thancred. The explosives are in place.
Very good. All is proceeding as planned. Head to the control tower. It should be to the northwest.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point.
Hide and send word.
Ooh, this part's tricky.
I've had enough trouble with the non-tricky part. Ooh, boy. This is not good.
Damn, spotted.
Okay. That is not the problem.
Damn, spotted.
Just an FYI, even if you're spotted by dogs, you can still throw the bongs and disable them. I just had to do that when I accidentally pulled two when I thought I was being tricky.
Damn.
Oh, this is tight. Oh, I can't believe I made this work.
Yeah, where's the forgiveness? Yeah, that's a problem.
You are returned, and none the worse for wear.
Good
to my
grief.
Considerable relief.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, you got it. Good job. And then
Withdraw from the supply depot.
just exit to the gate to your right.
Okay, yep, that does count.
Hello, doodles. We're
Yeah, early on, I had a couple of guys where I could not use the knockout.
What news from our comrades?
They stand at the ready.
Excellent. Then let the fireworks begin.
I think somebody will
Boom.
notice.
Big boom today.
A few moments later at the rear of the Ilsebard contingent supply caravan.
The blizzard's beginning to clear. The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now, if they haven't already. Ishtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be all right, but...
Uh-oh.
Wait! Something's coming!
Jeez, instant.
Oi, oi! Looks like we ain't the only ones who sent out scouts. Keep them away from the carriages! We lose those, and we're as good as dead!
I like the fact that the carriage birds are in full Ishgard barding. They're ready for a fight.
Coming battle, you'll fight as yourself.
Oh, hello. Where did you come from?
stay alert. Keep the carriages safe.
I think those are untargetable. Nope, they are now. Okay, the new portraits they added for the duty to see who's talking is nice.
Really? Get out of the way.
Kind of missed what he was saying.
The savior of Ishgard is here.
A fine display, but the other carriages are still in danger.
On my
Go
way.
on ahead. We'll hold the line.
Manaway the Lofty.
Come on, hit the right button.
Come on, thank you.
Oh, nice shield, guys.
I think you're a bit ahead of me.
You lot alright back there?
As soon as I
We're
can
fine.
target it, I
I'm
will.
ready for more. Hear that? Get to the front and turn the tide.
Removed from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
Waiting for you to catch up. Y'shtola is so perfect with her biting tongue.
Oh dear. Meanwhile, on the front line. They are reusing a lot of Heavensward music.
It is appropriate.
Oh yeah.
It's nothing that won't heal in time. The trouble is, their tempering has made them utterly fearless.
Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit in the first place.
Well, this is the path our young charges would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
That I did.
Interesting outfit for Lise.
Yeah, that's one of the Alamegan resistance gear.
Sensible.
That's Vigilia. Damn it. I need to help the others take her down.
There's no end to them.
Help is on the way.
I was wondering when you'd turn up. There's no stopping us now. Come on, let's show them what we're made of.
We have them now. Forward!
Is forward enough for you, Luthia?
Well then. Dang it. It's not the angle we're supposed to happen at. Okay then.
Ooh, I got a new thrust. Someone better stack with Magni. Thank you.
Do not fall behind.
Yikes.
Ooh. She's playing dirty.
You expect aught else? Where's it good? Uh-oh.
They are not kidding around.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
They are not.
See, Estini's not the only one who looks cool doing jumping moves.
Great. Sorry about that, Serena. Oh ho!
Tremble before the sun!
They're enjoying this way too much.
This should not be a surprise.
They're a serious case of I'm glad they're on our side. Because I don't want them on the other side, that's for sure.
Once was enough. You discover a new location.
I enjoy their banter as long as I'm not in the middle of it.
Yeah, those two just need to get a room.
I'd feel sorry for the
Two
hotel.
go in, one comes out.
Rest, recover, reclaim yourself. Then we will fight again, to the death.
That's our Sadu. Poor Magni will never find love.
Not with his attitude.
That was the last of them. The day is ours, thanks to your timely arrival. What of the supply caravan? Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good. Let us take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades. And soon we shall arrive at the capital.
Ow, wow.
Oh boy! We knew it was only a matter of time, but holy moly.
So cold and unforgiving. Thus spoke Emperor Solus as he gazed upon his barren domain. "800 years it had been since the Garleans first set foot here. Bested by the Kavosi, after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures into the blasted northern wastes. in that garden of desolation, they clung to one another for warmth. Freezing, hungry, desperate, hated.
Well, there's an Aetheryte design.
The
Or at least
chosen
an attempt at one.
forsaken. In the year 1513 of the 6th Astral Era, a young legatus named Solace single-handedly sparked the Magitech Revolution. How did he conceive the machina that feed on ceruleum? Once a common, soft-spoken soldier, how had he so quickly ascended through the ranks? Like so many others, those who knew the truth are gone. Taking in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself, far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Yes, far colder indeed. Bitterly so.
And the voice just confirmed who he was.
Oh, yes.
As if we had any doubts.
Not so much as a whisper.
The roads leading beyond the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
A buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered.
We can consider the question after we have made camp. If we spend any longer outside, we may well freeze to death where we stand. The tempered Imperials, too.
This will be our temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to survey the surrounding area.
If we're planning on staying here a while, we ought to give this place a proper name.
Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone!
Oh, hey kitten. You cold yet? Sure you don't want that
but
jacket?
that person froze. I mean, look at him.
Touchy touchy. Yeah, it's very cold here. Bartholomew over here?
Bartholomew. We must remain as mobile as we are able in such temperatures as these. I fear that if we stand still for too long, the ice and snow may freeze our very bones.
Yeah, the only people who are probably comfortable here is the Ishgardians, and they're probably saying, it's cold! Stola?
This is perilous terrain, you hear me. Keep your guard up at all times.
I'm sorry, I'm feeling rather unwell. Oh dear. Well, we have a delivery Moogle, a junk monder, and a mender. We do have a gemstone trader. Willem! You look like you're keeping warm, Willem. Actually, this is one of the youths from Algeri that we conscripted.
Mm-hmm. Don't go shouting this about, but the truth is, during the occupation of Alamigo, I was an Imperial conscript. Yeah, we know. We went through your quests. Thank you. Still, for all the sleepless nights they've given me, my experiences during those long, awful years might finally be put to good use.
You're probably nice and comfy, Alette. I knew we'd find the capital in a bit poor state, but with the aftermath of the Civil War and the variable army of darkness skulking about, but this is just ridiculous. No one said anything about automated war machina stalking the ruins. Mind you, if anyone's brave enough to take them on, they should serve as a decent source of spare parts and whatnot. Machines will always be chafed to bits.
Hold on.
Ah, you're right. No, he's just a guard.
As a lot of Gurlians will strongly object to our presence here, we must be vigilant for those who might endanger the camp.
Huh, normally the guards, the level guards don't say anything. They just stand there stoically, waiting to beat on things.
Not him.
Minuki?
We Domans owe our freedom to our Eorzean allies. I was one of many to volunteer for this endeavor. We will be glad to lend our assistance wherever it is needed. And your assistance is needed constantly recounting the crates. Okay.
Someone's gotta do it. Ah, I found the war room. Sicard, who looks distinctly frozen.
Hell's bells, this place is bloody freezing. Rather be tied to the topmast in a storm than suffer this cold any longer. Anyone what can spare a swig of rum? That'll sort me right out.
Temporarily. Spoken like a true sailor. Arun?
The tempered soldiers are sleeping soundly while they undergo treatment. There are too many to attend at once, but I and the other healers will see to all eventually.
Lucia? Once everything is in place, we will discuss our next move.
This is all that remains of Laterum. Homes become empty husks. If this is the state of the outlying villages, I dread to think of what has become of the capital. We've asked the Ironworks members and some of our other comrades to stay with the airships. In the event we're discovered, we must be ready to move them swiftly to a safer location. Maybe.
Raubon taught me a lot about military strategy during exercises in the fringes. Coordinating units with wildly different capabilities, surveying the securing hostile terrain, that sort of thing. Now I have a chance to put all his teachings into good practice. Virgilla is now in our care along with the rest of the Tempered. Glory be to Garlemald. Glory be to Garlemald. They'd still whisper it in their sleep as they writhed in pain. Ow.
Yeah.
Gachacha?
We've come too far.
I think that's me. Yeah, I think Kachacha's a
Okay.
little female. Not sure on that. You can hardly tell with the laws.
Yeah, I was at a distance.
We've come too far, risked too much to worry solely about our own hides, for there is so much more at stake.
Hold on a second.
Hmm?
I just want to take a look at this thing. The Eblin Rhyme. Camp Broken Glass.
Estelo?
I'm the quartermaster here. It's my job to make sure the camp remains both well supplied and well maintained. Many of us took quite a beating on the Magna Glacies, but we all helped each other hobble through the snow and wind, sparing nary a thought for which delegation we each belonged to. From now, we're all firm comrades through thick and thin.
And our Ara here was commenting about if the shafts get damp, they could get ruined. Which he is
if any
not
of these
wrong.
get too damp, it'd spell trouble for us. Over here.
And Buggy.
Okay. Gods, this place is cold. We have our share of chilly nights on the steppe, but I've never experienced anything like this before.
Yeah, male Ara. Twice as big as female Ara. Gotta remember that.
Ah.
Awasai? Between guarding our supplies and keeping an eye out for the tempered as they undergo treatment, we're certainly kept busy. Hey, Gra!
Our comrades certainly haven't wasted any time establishing a base of operations.
In June. It's not only the tempered that need care. A few of our own were wounded in the Magna Glacies. If only we hadn't needed to defend the supply caravan, a lot more of us could have joined the front. Yeah, but we're glad we did.
Okay.
That looks like everybody. Except for Alice over here. Shouldn't be long before we have a half-decent camp. So many things helping hands. Let me try that again. That was horrible. Shouldn't be long before we have a half-decent camp with so many helping hands. I was concerned the snow might hinder our progress, but our Ishgardian friends are used to working conditions like these. That they are.
In spite of the obstacles we've faced, our plan proceeds apace. Just a little further and we will reach the capital itself. Still, we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. As soon as the camp has been made fit for purpose, we are to discuss a course of action with Lucia. Would you mind asking Y'shtola and Graha to join us in that building to the northeast of camp? Alice and I will meet you there.
Hey, Y'shtola. Sure you wouldn't want to pull up to a campfire? A meeting? Yes, I'll make my way over once my head is cleared. In truth, I've been feeling out of sorts since we've arrived. The air is thick with a palpable aura of malevolence. 'Tis the monstrous tower on the horizon, jagged, hideous, unholy. Even at this distance, its presence is overwhelming. Much like the sensation I felt in the Tower of Zot, only far more terrifying. Aether flows unceasingly towards it, converging in a swirling mass of unfathomable power. For a blessing, the constant chill in the air is helping me anchor my senses in the here and now. Tell the others I shall be with you in a few moments. Actually, you might want to talk to Husbando. I'm sure he's probably feeling something too.
Yeah, though she's probably feeling it worse because, well,
she's using
Aether
her
perception is all she's got. You will be pleased to know most of the Tempered have been quartered inside the nearby buildings and are receiving treatment as we speak. I do, however, feel no small amount of guilt for commandeering civilian homes. The occupants may be long gone, but everything is exactly as they left it. Considering the length of time that has clearly passed since, one would expect to find them ransacked. Strangely, there are no signs of anything having been stolen. It's possible that everyone fled at the first sign of trouble, though it seems to me they left far too many useful possessions behind. Although there is no conclusive evidence, I strongly suspect they were tempered. Sorry, I was merely thinking aloud. You mentioned a meeting? I will make my way there.
Yeah, Graha, could you, look in at Y'shtola? I know you're not the best healer in the world, but, you've got more knowledge than a lot of other people do. At least I hope so. The proper place for a Walla to take in a cinematic. Standing on the table. I mean, this table is actually pretty low, but it was hilarious when I was going through on questing. There was this one scene with Pippin and Raubon and a whole rest of the Ul'dah contingent, and it was a full-size table, and you could barely see Pippin's eyes peering over the top.
Yes.
It was like,
yes.
Should I get you a crate to stand on, Commander?
Note the map.
That's probably to the main city itself.
Yeah, that's the capital. Around the edges, we've got some of the mountains.
I bet.
Down in the corner.
I bet
at the crossroads is probably us.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Right then, Lucia. Thank you for informing the others of our meeting. When everyone is here, we will begin.
Our present situation is as follows. Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city, for therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroid's designs.
I have a suggestion, if I may. Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine. Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
A promising idea. I will assist the healers and their ministrations. Of course, I will require a porxie of my own, assuming you can spare one.
Would you like a hand?
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
This talk of curing the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses round here are fitted with cerulean heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is, the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next. My smiths reckon that with the right parts, they can have them working again, but it won't be easy.
Understood. The machinist will assist them in the repairs.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
We've made our presence known to the Telophroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianger, Estinian and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead the reconnaissance efforts. Perhaps bolstered by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure.
Don't forget about us Alamegans. We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
'Twould be my honor to be of service, though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
That leaves us with guard duty.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino. Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rhine. I would have you search the area for survivors. Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields.
Ice fields! I love ice fields. Oh wait, I don't.
I am sorely tempted. But no, he's going to be the stoic. If there are any survivors, we will surely find them.
I'm going with, oh wait, I don't.
You first?
Yeah. Probably be the same.
We shall find out.
I have faith that you will, and look forward to greeting you on your safe return.
No, I think you got the paragraph.
Yeah, I sure did. As ever, you do not want for enthusiasm. But given your experience traipsing about through Corythus, I should be surprised if you let a little inclement weather dampen your redoubtable spirits.
You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
She did another paragraph on you, didn't she?
No, but it is still different. And even if that were the case, the promise of hot soup upon your return would surely spur you to action.
Oh, gee, thanks. Hit it in the stomach.
Yep, and then it goes to yours.
Mm-hmm.
So, I get hot soup when I return. You get nothing.
Really?
She didn't promise you hot soup. And I'm not sharing mine with you.
That means she probably expects me to cook the And that means I will have hot soup too, because I am definitely cooking for myself. Oh, hi, Madeleine. See over here freezing. Wish you were back at the Photon estate.
There's this odd perception that Ishgardians have lived their whole lives in the snow, but it really wasn't that bad before the calamity. And afterwards, well, I was rarely more than a few paces from a raging fire. This dreadful place, on the other hand, is nothing but cold, cold, cold. And it's my understanding that Ilsebard has always been this way. Gods, can you imagine?
Alphino?
I've never thought myself much of an explorer, though I suppose my adventures have taken me to all sorts of strange and distant places. With that in mind, traversing an ice field should be a simple feat. Oh dear.
Gods be good. If it's this cold with Tatara's clothing, I dread to think of how we'd fare without it. I must remember to thank her when next we meet. It also makes me realize, too, that while the people of Garlemald have spent their whole lives in conditions like these, even they'd be hard-pressed to survive away from the warmth of their homes. If there are any survivors, we must find them, and quickly. Checking with Alice again.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's into the Alban Reim we go. But where do we even start looking for in such a place? I know, I've got a funny feeling that Madeleine will tell us. Just this feeling in the tip of my ears, you know? And it's not the cold. Oh, look at all the side quests!
I was gonna say, you still have feeling in the tips of your ears?
Do we want to deal with the side quests first?
I think we'd better.
Oh, and opening up the gemstone trader.
Yes. Very important, that. The air may be chilly, but I've got some great deals on rare items that are sure to warm the cockles of your heart. All asking for in return are bicolored gemstones. What do you say? I say I wonder where you heard of bicolored gemstones from, since they come from the first.
I'm not gonna ask. Oh, hello, Serena. Most of the members of Lentil's Tears and Boccia Resistance have joined the other scouts in the field. And since Lee's and Pippin's troops are already keeping an eye on the airships, we at the steps shall guard the camp against intruders. Though in truth, it is we who are intruding on these lands. Sadu. Standing atop an enormous edifice to cast their eyes down upon the domain, these Telophoroi and the Orinir have much in common, yet Magni and his ilk would not stoop to stealing the minds of their subjects and enemies.
She has a point.
When the time comes to storm their stronghold, I shall lead the charge and leave naught but ash in my wake. You realize she was just talking about storming the the Dawn Throne. And yes. I like the fact that they've got their backs turned to each other. Magni.
Searching for survivors. Huh. They are truly strong. They will not require our aid. While you are gone, we will guard the camp against any man or beast foolish enough to challenge us. My duty as sentinel will afford me little opportunity to seek my Nama, though perhaps one among our ranks, come bearing a hot meal or such, will prove worthy. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
Looking for love in all the wrong places. Alat?
I'm actually thankful for that. Bear baiting. Man-eating bears stalk the ice fields, and Iliette has a mind to turn the tables, but not quite as one would expect.
Just the people I was hoping to see. Might I interest you in a little hunting? It's bears I'm after. If you've never tried their meat, I'd absolutely recommend it. They're far from the easiest prey, though, and I dare say you've faced much worse. If you're game, here's the plan. First, we need to lure them out with this deer meat, which is also laced with sleeping potion. Then, it's a simple matter of walking over and offering them in the manner of your choosing. What could be simpler? Here's 3 ample servings of prime venison. Be sure to let the concoction take effect before swooping in to claim your prize. Kind of underhanded, but yeah. No, I'll do it.
You really want to go toe-to-toe with several bears?
Not like we haven't in the past.
Yeah, well.
Contingent Quartermaster.
Your inventory is not full. How do you know? Have you seen my inventory? How do you know it's not full?
How many slots do you have?
Keeping tabs on its supplies does not appear to be the Elsabard contingent's forte. Oh dear. I've got an important task to perform, and by that I mean have someone else perform. Oh dear. I've been lumbered with the unenviable duty of keeping inventory of supplies brought by each delegation. Though weaponry and basic provisions have been accounted for, I can't say the same for what might be considered creature comforts. See, even the most frivolous of things can make a huge difference out here in the frozen waste, so I'm trying to put together a list of luxury goods at our disposal. Seeing as you're on good terms with practically everyone here, better than me at any rate, perhaps you could help. Much appreciated. I've already sent one of my subordinates to speak with the Maelstrom, Temple Knights, and Alamegan Resistance. I need you to ask the remaining groups, namely the Twin Adders, Immortal Flames, and our Far Eastern allies. Any information you can bring me would be most welcome.
Alright then. Oh, by the way, Kokobusi has made an appearance. Hello, Master Kokobusi.
Kokobigo, Kokobani, how many times must I tell you two to refrain from using magic around the Garleans? For now, we must trust that the engineers will complete the heating apparatus and do time.
Right.
They're heating themselves.
Yes.
Hold on. Back here. No, he hasn't changed. Okay, never mind.
Chuchuto? Training is of vital importance, and it allows us to be ready at a moment's notice. Obvious advice, I know, but it's worth reminding ourselves every now and then. So any spare time I have, I spend in the betterment of my abilities. And on that note, listen everyone, train and train hard! Let's show our enemies that no freezing wind or icy hellscapes will break our spirits! You go, Chuchuto. Did we talk to Bernhard before? I don't think we have.
I thought we did. Don't you worry, nothing gets past me. Thank you. Alkazolka. I made the mistake of asking Brunbar if he knew of any effective methods of staving off the cold. According to him, working up a sweat from smashing boulders repeatedly with an axe works wonders, though that is hardly the sort of advice I was hoping for.
But it is so him!
Oh god, yes. It's so both of them.
June? Creature comforts? Well, we did bring a large shipment of tea leaves provided by Caroline Canopy. Mother Mione and Fufucha both agreed there'd be no better way to stave off the cold with than a nice hot brew. And I personally can attest to that. We've enough for everyone if they'd mind to try it. Not a bad idea, actually. Sanson?
The Tempered are being treated here. Some of the allied nation's best conjurers are tending to them. But it does not seem like everything is progressing smoothly. What's more, some of the Garleans are prone to violent outbursts from time to time caused by their condition, which is why we're here.
Guy low.
I'm rather looking forward to hearing the songs of our comrades' homelands. I love a rousing melody no matter where it's from. Once the Garleans have found both their strength and their footing again, I shall ask to hear a song of their people, one that conjures visions of home.
I think she's probably the same.
Yep. It's not only thieves we need to watch for, but wild creatures and the like. Smell from our cookpots draws them in, you see.
Yeah, I believe that. Go Cha-Cha? Let me see. Other than the usual material, we also have a number of tents donated by Lord Lolorito. A few of them have been pitched around the camp, you might be interested to know that they were woven by Alamegan refugees. We're all glad they've found meaningful employment, and the quality of their work speaks for itself. We do appear, however, to overestimated how many tents we would need, and I find myself with a surplus of cloth. We soon discovered, however, that when folded, these tent sheets make surprisingly good bedding. I'd be happy to donate a few. And Magago here?
We finally managed to set up camp after marching through all that snow. I hope that whoever lived here doesn't mind us using the buildings for shelter.
We got one more over here. Where are they? Ah! It's the little barracks over here. Sir?
Let's see here.
You might get something different if he's talkable.
I don't get anything from him, remember?
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Several of the temple knights are off on reconnaissance at present. We Ishgardians have seen our fair share of frost in the past years, so we're more than ready for this icy bout. The Rothgar from Bosja, on the other hand, are having a devil of a time adjusting to these chilly climes. The warming stones we lent them seem to have helped, though.
Good. Nanuki?
So, still the same number of crates? There's one thing that springs to mind. We brought several bolts of felt, which might seem a bit odd to some. Most people don't realize how effective it is in keeping the cold out and the warm in, and that's not all. We use it in everything from clothing to our yurts and even for patching up wounds. Of course, we're more than willing to share it with the rest of the contingent. We also have a whole crate of what you might call warming stones in the common tongue. Hold one in your hands and you'll see what I mean. There are plenty of those to go around as well.
Okay, Mr. Quartermaster, we seem to have warming stones, extra bedding, and some nice hot tea.
Do the others have anything to share?
I think I just told you.
Yeah, you kind of jumped the gun.
Sorry.
Yes, that will do nicely. What's more, the Temple Knights, Maelstrom, and Alamegan Resistance had a fair few useful supplies of their own, so my list of creature comforts is a lot longer than I was expecting. In all honesty, I was worried that taking in all those Imperials might put everyone, including them, in a very unfavorable position. Even those of us most committed to the cause might find it hard to put the needs of our former enemies before those of our sworn comrades. Valid point, perhaps, until you stop to consider the terrible fate that has befallen Garlemald. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. In any case, they're the reason why we're here in the first place, so it's our duty to lend them what aid we can. Listen to me ramble on. Anyway, for your part in making our lives a little more bearable, please accept this as a token of my gratitude. Experience, you shouldn't have... Give me more.
I think we're on to bear hunting. The easy way.
Mm-hmm.
Since the terrain here is a bit icy, I thought Urza would be better suited.
Yeah, shame she's shivering too much to fly.
But she definitely has larger claws for traction.
Mm-hmm.
Built-in crampons. Oh, here's our first destination.
Let's see... Sedative laced venison. Although this morsel would have been perfectly edible had it not been marinated in sleeping potion, using it as bait to snare a bear will provide valuable sustenance for the whole Ilsebird contingent. Should the plan fail, however, not only will this prime venison have gone to waste, you will most likely be dead. Gee, thanks.
Oh, at least it's honest.
Cerulean Sprite.
You're right, it is a cerulean sprite.
I'm not sure I like the idea of elemental ceruleum. Or ceruleum elemental, or whatever.
And last one.
New location. Two of them, actually. Uh-oh. Ludicrously massive bear.
I was kind of hoping he'd take the bait first.
I don't think that's part of the program. Ow.
Well, at least you didn't land under his belly.
Yeah. Kind of warm, but kind of stifling.
Yeah, she is cold. You can tell she's not moving very well. I'm sorry, girl. I'll use the space whale next time. I think it has a built-in heater.
It better.
I see you're still in possession of a full set of limbs, which can only mean the hunt was successful. Truth be told, I heard from the others in the field that a bear you encountered was rather more lively than we anticipated, and a fair bit bigger.
Yeah.
What? You filled the brute all by yourselves? Yeah, it's what we do. Most impressive. though it would appear that the sleeping potion provided by Lord Amanolaine was considerably less effective than he led us to believe.
It probably just didn't have enough effect on something that big.
As he tells it, he adopted this approach after incurring a wrath from his Lord Father about his inability to master more, sporting methods. He spoke of his exploits with some pride, despite the tales hardly painting him in a favorable light. Still...
Yeah, that's him.
Still, in our present situation, we must forego the thrill of the hunt and select the means that present the surest route to success, underhanded though they may be. Regrettably, the bears of this region are entirely immune to the formula, or perhaps that was something wrong with it to begin with. In any case, no harm done, eh? To you two, I mean, not the bear, obviously. Yes, obviously. Well, it is 11 o'clock. You have work in the morning, don't you?
Oh, yes. So it's time to find someplace slightly warmer.
I think that's going to be the command house over here.
We haven't even begun working on the heater yet.
No, we have not. But there's some chairs that we can sit down at. And at least inside we have a chance of it getting warmer.
Out of the wind, at any rate.
Hey, out of the wind and out of the snow. So don't knock it. In any case, this is probably where we're going to call it for the night. We will not be streaming Friday, or very not likely to be streaming Friday, since we'll be going over to Carolyn's place for New Year's Eve. Do we want to stream Thursday?
I would prefer to stick to anime night. We have quite a bit of backlog with the guys as it is.
I don't know if Baron was up for anime on Thursday or not, is the thing.
Well, maybe we can go on, maybe, if he isn't.
We will see. If anything, we might be able to stream Christmas evening. Heck, we might even get an early start on it and do the Christmas or the Starlight celebration. We've yet to do that.
Yes, we have.
And for once, instead of doing it on the buns where you only see like the base version, you can see it on ours too, where we've kind of unlocked pretty much the entire rest of the game. And with the holiday stuff, if you've gotten a certain point in the game and met certain individuals, you'll actually unlock more different little skits in the holiday stuff. It's kind of your reward, especially if you've done like previous year's holidays and stuff like that.
Also true.
In any case, thank you very much for joining us. We did get through actually a heck of a lot.
Yeah, that was a big chunk.
And so our next time will probably be Christmas Day, and then of course the day after. Hopefully we'll be able to get on the buns the day after. The queues are calming down a little, so that's a good sign. In any case, you guys have a great evening. Sleep well, be well. And if we don't see you on Christmas Day, have a wonderful holiday with your friends and your family. You can actually kind of sort of maybe do that this year, which is awesome. If you don't celebrate Christmas, we still wish you an awesome and happy holidays and a wonderful week. And we will see you next time.
Yeah, everyone have a good night and a good semi-secular holiday of your choice.
Good night, everyone.